Blessings, my people, and welcome back to the channel. So today I'm gonna talk about Elaine Thompson-Herah. But people, before me get into the meat of the matter, I'm just asking you to do the YouTube things. Then people, like the video, share so that I can get more eyeballs on the channel. Subscribe, that way you can get the latest on track and field. Alright, so Elaine Thompson-Herah, the fastest woman alive, has been struggling to regain her dominant form since leaving MVP. But now fans are pointing fingers at her decision to part ways with her former coach. Who am I talking? Shaniki Osborne. Especially after seeing the success of her new star, Brian Lavelle. So, Elaine Thompson-Herah is the fastest woman alive over the 100-meter distance with a time of 10.54 seconds. She's the second fastest over the 200 meters distance with a time of 21.5 something. Right? Only Sherika has a faster personal best, and Sherika is the fastest woman alive, right? Elaine Thompson-Herah achieved all of this at the MVP, right? Double Olympic champion. As I said earlier, on fastest alive over 100, second fastest over 200. Right? She achieved all of this at the MVP. But she made a decision to leave after all of this success, right? And I think it's because of money, right? Her husband and her decided to move on because they wanted to get greener pastures, right? And in their heads, they were saying that, hey, what's the worst can happen? We moving on to gain more, right? And go to a project that is less expensive. What the worst can happen, right? We have achieved all of this, and I think it's time now to move on. And I think we can grow when we move on. So I think that the reason why they left the MVP, right? So they moved on, and Elaine started to work under her husband, right? After that, Elaine prepared herself for the Eugene World Championships that was held in the States. She went in the 100 meters and she won a bronze medal, right? And that bronze medal was her first medal at the World Championships in the 100 meters, right? So one could say this is success, right? First medal in the 100 meters at the World Championships. She had been trying a lot of times to get a medal under Steve Francis, but unfortunately she did not, right? And she did so under her husband. So one could say this is success. But she was struggling to find her best form, right? She was struggling to go below 10.8. Most importantly, she was struggling to replicate those performances, those memorable performances that she gave us at the Tokyo Olympics, right? Right, so at the end of the World Championships in Eugene, she went home with 2 medals. A bronze in 100 meters, which was her first medal, and a silver in the 4x1 relay. Right? After that, she moved on to Shaniki Osborne, a former MVP coach, right, who was under the tutelage of Steve Francis, right? So she got some knowledge from that camp, and Elaine thought she was able to get her back to her best form, right? So Elaine tried with Shaniki Osborne, and at the trials, Elaine did not make an individual event at the trials, right? She only participated in the relay. However, Shaniki Osborne was able to get Elaine to 10.7. And she did so at a Diamond League in the 100 meters, right? 10.79 to be precise. So people were saying that, hey, I think Shaniki is the person that could get Elaine back to her best form. I think Shaniki has what it takes because she is a former MVP coach. So Shaniki definitely can get Elaine back on track. However, the relationship between Shaniki Osborne and Elaine broke down when they started negotiating deals, right? A deal that would suit both entities. Over clearly this that go well, and her husband basically explained what transpired between both entities.
Heron, can you give us any idea of what that figure was?
The figure is, I can tell that is over 100 million Jamaican dollars, pretty much. Put it that way.
Per year?
Per year. And I asked him that, is this what you want per year? He said yes.
Give us an idea in US.
In US, is in excess of, it's a little less than $1 million US dollars per year.
What?
So I think probably they are saying that she's too inexperienced to get that type of money, but look what she's doing now. She has brought Brian Level to stardom. She has brought Brian Level to sub 10 seconds, right? He's now the second fastest man in the world this year with a time of 9.82 seconds. He has also qualified for the 200 meters at the World Championships that will be held in Tokyo this year, right? So she's basically using Brian Level to show her that, hey, I am good enough to bring you back where you are to be. I know what it takes, right? I was under the tutelage of Steve Francis, your former coach, so I could definitely bring you somewhere. I could have definitely brought you somewhere close to your very best, but you chose not to, and this is the consequences that you're facing now, right? I think the major issue that Elaine is facing is the fact that she has an Achilles injury that has been plaguing her since her time at the MVP, right? And Steve Francis was the only one that we knew exactly how to have dealt with the situation, but she didn't consider that. She chose money, and hence this is the consequences of her actions now. So definitely I know that fans all over the world, Jamaican fans especially, would want to see Elaine back to her very best, because we know what Elaine can do when she's at her very best, right? And she's the only person that has a shot at the world record in the 200 meters and in the 100 meters, right? Because her fastest time is 10.54 seconds and the world record is 10.49, right? That's 5/10th of a second. She's very close to the world record when she's at her best. So we would like to see Elaine back to her very best. But do you think Elaine should have stayed with Osborne, or is her current slump due to other factors, right? So just leave your thoughts in the comment section. And as usual, before you guys go, please remember to like the video, share so that I can get more eyeballs on the channel, and also subscribe. That way you will get the latest in track and field. Like a candle, I'm out.